Hi, I'm Tristan, and welcome to my channel, Plastic Oddities. First, I just want to say thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. This channel has been an on and off project over the last couple of years. I am really lazy, and every time it's like, yeah, let's get in and try and do some content. It's like, screw that, can't be bothered, whatever. So yeah, this must be take, oh jeez, 7 or 8 of trying to put content up on, put stuff up on the channel, and it's had some modicum of not success, because I'm really not in self promotion as well, and you really got to go out and flog yourself to, get your crap out there. But look, I thought, it's 2018, a new year. You've been averaging a couple of videos a year, which you can go back and look on the channel. And I thought, I'd give it a crack and just, really ramble to a camera, which I don't look at because I'm using my iMac at the moment, and the screen's down here and the camera's up here. So I keep looking down at the screen because, bright colours. And I forget to look at the camera. So I'm really sorry. If I keep looking down, it's because I'm an idiot. So my latest thing that I've been playing around with is something called flocking. Try and say that with a plate in your mouth. It comes out wrong. So flocking is a synthetic material. You usually see it used by train modelers, and they use it really well. It's a substance that's used to simulate grass and ground covering and stuff like that. So you see it a lot in train stuff. You also see it quite a lot in little Warhammer 40k stuff. Little buggers that are such a pain in the neck to paint. But you usually don't see it used in large amounts that I've seen. Been around for a little while, but haven't seen it used too much in basing or dioramas outside of those genres. I'm not saying that it's not used, but you don't see it used a lot. So I just thought, look, I'm going to have a crack at this. Shiny things, new tools, tool haul. Sorry, and I thought I'd show you what I'm doing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'm again not looking at the camera. Sorry. So I'll just run you through some stuff that you need to flock, as well as showing you 2 types of flocking that I've done so far. Okay, so the basics are you need your flock. This is a synthetic material which reacts really well with static electricity, which is kind of like the magic secret key tool type thing. Now, talking about static electricity, you need your flocker. Again, this is just a static electricity generator with an earth pin and all that type of thing. Get them off eBay, get them from your LHS, etc. The other thing that you'll need as a bare necessity is some form of PVA glue or white glue. You can use super glue, it dries too quickly. Get the PVA, it's easy to work with. Another thing that I've found that you kind of do need is a metal tray. Like, you need to be able to generate a charge through it. I've just went up to my local shop, get a baking tray. I'd suggest actually getting one with a much higher side, as you'll see in the video, because, the high side works better. The other thing that you'll need if you're making tufts or grass bits is a really good non-stick baking or wax paper. Tape to obviously sticky tape the paper down into the tray so it doesn't move around, because paper moves. That's what paper does. If you're going to be basing a piece of wood or something like that, you'll need a pin or a nail, or as I've done, a screw. It doesn't have to go all the way in, but you'll just need the screw to attach the earthing device to it, otherwise it won't work. And the last thing, which I've never seen in any of the videos on flocking that I've watched, is you need something to clean the stuff up, because this crap goes everywhere, and because it's statically charged, it sticks to everything. It's really annoying. Okay, so after placing your paper in the tray and then securing it a lot better than I've done, you add your glue. You can do it this way, which is the wrong way to do it, or you can actually use a stick and a template to actually do it quite nicely. I've also sped this up because you really don't need to see a minute and a half of me putting glue on a piece of paper. Alright, so now I've got my glue in the tray, and here's the obligatory showing off the materials that I'm using. There is one, there is two, is there a third? Come on, guy. Where's the third one? Come on, come on, come on. There it is. So yeah, these are just the flocks that I currently have. You can get this stuff in a variety of sizes. I really want to get my hands on some larger lengths, so about 6 to 8 mil, because it will actually make some really nice tufts. Now, being the professional that I am, what an idiot, I load the flocking machine off screen, because I really know what I'm doing. As you can see though, this crap, it goes everywhere. So there's got, work out a way that works for you as to how you actually load your flocking device up, because honestly, it's going to go all over the place. As you can also see here, I'm kind of going for a bit of a mix, because the darker green is actually, it's a really dark green, as I'll show you on an example that I made previously, and we'll see that later on in the video. Do give a good bit of a shake to mix it up, because again, this stuff, because it is synthetic, actually just naturally sticks together. And again, being the professional that I am, I'm actually showing you that this thing is live by touching the grounding wire to the wire cage so that it sparks. So just imagine that happened. Key to getting the device to work is to actually make sure that the grounding wire or the grounding pin or the grounding clip, depending on how you don't hit the camera, you idiot. Oh my God, who employed this person? So as I was saying, make sure that the grounding wire is actually securely attached to your metal device, because you actually want to generate a static charge that goes through the paper, and then when you put the synthetic material onto, don't touch the frigging camera. And yeah, this guy's an idiot. Fair income. Make sure the clip is securely attached, and don't drop it. So as you can see, I'm just going through in a roundabout gentle motion, sort of tapping my finger. No, I'm not. Oh, I look like it. Oh, seriously, this guy. Oh. Alright, let's just watch and see what he does, because honestly, I'm speaking about myself in the third person now, because I'm just ashamed of myself. So yeah, so you see, I'm sort of sprinkling around gently. Because of the size of the mesh on the end of the device there, it actually does come out quite quickly, so that might be something that you kind of consider when building or making your own device. I actually have quite a thick or wide space, on the end of mine, so it does actually come out quite quicker, so I might buy another piece of wire just to put over the top. I don't know. Get another example of how much this stuff goes all over the place. That plate, get it on camera, you fool. This plate still has a static charge in it, so everything's sticking to it, so it's like just going all over the place. Don't bang the thing like now. There's tools falling over. Fair income. You'd think this guy knows what he's doing, but he doesn't. So let's just cutting a break. So yeah, so trying to get this excess stuff out, because it's not cheap. Those jars cost me about $20 bucks plus delivery from eBay. I think I got it from. So I got to make sure I get my money's worth out of it. So yeah, as you see, I'm banging, shaking, banging, shaking. You do have to make sure that when you screw the lid on, because again, I don't show you this because I'm an idiot, that the wire inside the cup is in contact with the wire mesh. Sometimes the wire's floating around, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So there again, I'm showing you I'm pushing a button, and again going for the second coat. I found, take a breath and breathe, I have found that when you do this, that 2 to 3 coatings usually yields quite a good, it yields a good result if you're making your own tufts. As I said, I'd really like to get my hands on some 6mm. 6mm. Sorry, I just blanked out. One of my kids walked past and waved at me. 6mm size synthetic fibres, because it'll actually give you a taller grass tuft. It'll actually look like real grass. The other thing, as I said with this stuff, it does go all over the place. So if you're using a metal tray for this, maybe get your hands on one of those aluminium or aluminum for our American friends, aluminium baking trays that you cook once and you chuck away because they have a side on them that's what, 6 or 7 centimeters or a couple of inches, if you're that way inclined. Because getting this stuff out actually, no, I'm hopeless. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so uncoordinated, it's not funny, and now I'm mixing it back with all the other crap that was on my mat. God, I'm an idiot. So if you're going to do this, my tip would be that maybe you have a second tray that you clean into, or a wider tray. Since filming this, I've actually got my hands on another little tray that I use. Just the Chinese takeaway food containers, and actually empty into that to then put it back into the device. Because as you can see, if you're a pear's head like me, it just goes all over the place. And stop banging the table, you're shaking the camera. My lord, who taught you how to do stuff? Like, honestly, you are a dead set fool. How long to go? Oh, we're almost there. Oh my goodness, that's pretty good for this sequence. So that's this sequence, done and dusted. And this is the final result. I'm actually quite happy with that. Yeah. Damn, I'm good. Yeah, that came out pretty good. I like that. Nice little splodges. Alright, so the other form of basing is, instead of making grass tufts, you actually do it on a block of wood. Key to this is to make sure that you have a piece of metal, whether it be a pin or a screw, inserted into it. Again, you don't need to see me putting glue on something for the best part of 2.5 minutes, so really sped up here. I think I've watched too many cake making shows. Okay, so our block now has the glue on it. There is a screw screwed in. Honestly, it's just in. I didn't want to make a huge hole in the block of wood. Attach the grounding pin or the grounding clip to the block and shake, shake, shake like you want to shake something that needs to be shook. I really shouldn't freestyle this type of stuff. Scripts would be good. But anyhow, as you can see here, I've gone through. What I'm using is the leftover flock from the first time round. So this stuff actually does, it does go a long way if you're kind of careful with it. Again, tapping to get it out, being so... Oh, God. I'm an idiot. All right, well, as I said, get it out. And again, as I mentioned previously, 2 to 3 goes covering will actually yield you quite a respectable surface area type thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just making words up here at this stage because I'm really tired, and this is why I don't do videos. But yeah, so I said put the leftover back in, go in for round 2, make sure the lid's screwed on, make sure the wire inside is touching the metal, what do you call it, where it is, the metal, that stuff. Make sure your grounding wire is attached, and again, go, 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 go. Don't touch the grounding wire like I did, because as you can actually see, I don't know what the hell that is, because that shouldn't have happened, but it blended in really nicely. So again, you can get a bit of nice coverage with this stuff if you are not really unco like me. But hey, again, I'm quite happy with that. That's pretty cool. And now for the obligatory close-up. As you can see though, it has worked. This stuff does what it's supposed to do. Colours-wise, could do better. But, it's good. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. I really can't complain about that. Like, I'm really happy with that. That'll be the base for my Nix. Or Nixie. Maybe, I don't know. So again, here's some other ones that I've done. As you can see, that green is really green. It looks like AstroTurf. But again, the idea is to, simulate grass or ground covering, and it does what it's supposed to do. So, as I said, the canisters are about 20 bucks each. A flocking machine you can either make for about 10 bucks or buy for upwards of $40. So, hey, if you're interested in having a go at it, why not? Be a tool whore. Tool whores rule. And finally, just to show off again something that I did. This was for the Paint on Plastic 40k group build. I really suck at 40k. I've realised I cannot paint to that small scale, and despite thinning my paints, apparently it wasn't thin enough. But these are some of the tufts that I've made to go with my little scene of a space marine about to lop off the head of a baby orc. And I was really happy with how these came out. So look, again, as I said, if you like collecting tools, why wouldn't you give it a go? It can do some pretty good stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and cue up the obligatory outro animation video, because all good videos have one. In 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, I can't count, and go.